Welcome to the Point. Well, it's a privilege and an honor to introduce to you John and Kathy Graciano, longtime friends, currently leading Freedom River Outreach, a church, but also an outreach, reaching out to the disenfranchised of our community. And they were part of the revival that I mentioned last week in our time together. And so, John and Kathy, welcome. Glad that you're here.
Thank you.
And would like to get just a little bit of input from you. Back in that day, I mean, it's hard to believe it was 25 years ago when it kicked off.
Yes.
But when you look back on that, what would be most memorable to you as far as an aspect or an impact of that revival in your lives?
I think for me, as I think about it, I even share actually with others, is the unity in the church. Like, we were all learning some of these principles together. And I remember the word that you had come back from your vacation about God's power. And just growing up in the church, I was very religious, so I didn't understand all the things that were going on, but I could tell the revival was beginning in my heart. It was a very special time.
Yeah. John?
Well, for me, I find myself still recalling so many of the signs and wonders, and I know I believed the Bible, but now I believed the Bible. It was happening, and the healings were miraculous. But I think, to me, the highlight was very personal, just as my wife Kathy shared. It changed us, and to see God change lives, that's what I signed up for. I was an elder at the time, and I think the core was I wanted to make a difference. And we were kind of church managers, really, until God started moving. And now I crossed this line into real ministry, and it was making a difference, and it was changing people's lives. And when you see a miracle like true forgiveness, true restoration in a relationship, you know that's the power of God.
Yeah. Well, and I think in the day we were actually using a little phrase, Jesus ministry.
Yep.
Because what was happening in our church at that time was what we saw happening in the Gospels with Jesus, and it was profound in terms of an impact on us. It's been almost 25 years since it started. Went on for a long time, and it still is going on in a lot of ways. What would be something that you still live with? What would be an impact that you have carried on because of your experience in the time of that revival?
For me, I live it every day. And it's part of how we minister together to the disenfranchised of our culture, our society. But since then, we've been asked to travel around the world, literally, and share and speak on these principles. Obviously, they're timeless, and they cross the barriers of culture and every other demographic man comes up with. It's not a barrier to God.
Yeah.
But I think that's a true witness of revival. It is lasting. 25 years, and I'm different. I'm changed. 25 years, and we are still proclaiming the power of God. And as you said, Jesus' ministry, not only is it passed on to us, but God uses us in powerful ways to this day.
And, freely the Lord's given to us, so we love to give back to others. And just what the Lord's done in my life personally, I love to see other people set free. And there's nothing more, rewarding and glorifying to the Lord to see people set free. And it's still in process, always still in process. Because life is a process.
Yeah.
And I think another thing too, Mike, is I didn't realize the enemy would want to come against us, or me, because I was such a little person in my eyes. And just to be aware of his schemes and not let him get the victory anymore has been really powerful in our lives. And what we teach is that if he can set us free, he can set anyone free.
Well, yeah, and one of the things that's so cool about it is you guys are sharing God's story in your lives to others, and now others, a generation down the road, are teaching and sharing the exact same things, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
Well, love you guys.
Love you too.
It is fun just to briefly think about and share.
I know.
And God bless both of you as you
Yeah.
continue to press in
Yeah.
and extend all that God did in your lives those 25 years ago.